Yo, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. It is I, your sadistic spirit guide, yokai Papi Wolf, bringing you back to the time I got reincarnated to slime. And this newest episode, I know I didn't do last week's episode. Well, that's honestly because last week's episode there was not a lot going on. And I mean, we got some like just reveal, nothing major revealed, no major reveals. Even this episode didn't really have anything majorly revealed until the very end. And now we have a lot of stuff to talk about. So the past episode was just a continuation of the meeting, everyone just deciding who's gonna side with, why they should side with so and so, and exactly why Rimuru needs to learn a lot about being a ruler and how he needs to really take Gajeel and Erald into consideration on how to act as a true ruler, something that hopefully he still gets down to by the end of the season. But like again, last week's episode there wasn't a lot to talk about. It was just Rimuru letting them know like, yo, you guys are destined to fall, and you know, stuff like this is going to happen. Everyone's kind of shocked, like, yo, what the hell's going on? Even Veldora's like, yo, what do you mean? But they finished their meeting. They figure out like, okay, look, the church is possibly in charge of this. There's a WalPurgis on the rise because a couple of demon lords are trying to play Game of Thrones, and someone's trying to get more powerful than the other person. Now, again, there's not a lot to go on. It was just very like, you know, back and forth stuff. But we do, in fact, we do get a lot of like big revelations in this episode. We find out through Rimuru, and I'm skipping through a lot of stuff because honestly, like there isn't very much to talk about this episode. It's just it's very much like done in the spirit of that time I got reincarnated as a slime, which is very much wholesome fun. It's just very expressive. We get to see the world. We get to see the world and the characters just enjoying themselves, and we get to slowly get the plans moving in motion. Now, everyone right now is feeling different types of things because there's two big enemies in Rimuru's way, of course. Rimuru's way, which is of course the Holy Western Church, and of course Clayman. It seems that Clayman has used the whole supposed murder of Miran as a scapegoat excuse to make a WalPurgis to declare war against the Jura Foundation. Now, my only thing is, later in this episode, we find out that he's not trying to take Jura right off the bat. He's trying to take Uranzia. So it makes me think the reason why he wants Uranza is because if he has Uranza, he has control of a lot of strong property, and it would allow him to eventually take over the Jura Federation, the Jura Federation. So I feel like he's playing a game of chess. He's not trying to move too quick on Rimuru. He's being very cautious, or he's very confident, and he feels assured that the second he takes Uranza, that Rimuru is gonna fall to him no matter what. Whether or not he's being overconfident or, of course, not underestimating Rimuru is yet to be seen, but he's definitely playing a smart game, and he's very full of himself. Now, whether or not where he's going to go with this is anyone's guess. I honestly believe at most we might see him not make it to Uranza. I feel like he's using the WalPurgis as an excuse, of course, to sneak his armies in, so that way if they give him the give-a-go, he's already ready to attack. Of course, we find this out that he's already moving in 2 days, while the WalPurgis is in 3 days. So it seems like he just wants to get his army ready before he goes about, attacking. Other than that, let me think, what else do we got in this episode? We do find out that Rimuru is swearing her loyalty to Rimuru, of course. Remember, there's a lot of other demon lords that are going to be here. There's at least 10 great demon lords. I guess technically 11, counting Rimuru. But since he declared himself a demon lord, this is why they're going to have a meeting about. The only thing that would make sense to me is that Rimuru goes and, with his whole party, his most trusted hand, and he goes in and shows them, look, like, let me tell you guys why I'm a demon lord. Let me tell you why Clayman's full of shit. He thinks I killed one of his Majin. Look, she's alive, and she works for me now. Like, it's so much, like, it honestly feels like Game of Thrones this season, of like small little slight plays. it's not that I don't enjoy it. It's just like I can only enjoy 4 or 5 episodes of strategic planning before I go, okay, so are we gonna see anything? Are we gonna see the moves? Like, it's kind of like the dragons from Game of Thrones. Like, are we gonna see anything of this like progressed whatsoever? Because again, 4 episodes of the same meeting, bro. Like like it's really hard for me to like, you know, follow through with the season when it just seems like we're not moving at all. But again, now I feels like we're gonna go in a direction because Rimuru orders Yom and Yom to take the prisoners, which of course are I think it was Razel, Rayheim, and someone of the, I forgot who else. They're gonna take him back to the castle, and Yom is gonna claim his place as the hero and the new king, Falmuth, along with Diablo's assistance, because Diablo was able to handle Razel with little ease, and the whole council around Rimuru says no, Razin is fucking powerful, dude. Like the fact that Diablo handled him, it speaks volumes. Which comes in a funny moment because there is a moment of sibling rivalry in these past 2 episodes between Diablo and Shion, where they both want to be the best assistant or best aid to Rimuru. So it's like who gets daddy's attention, basically, it seems like. And these two are very much fighting, and Diablo's kind of like saddened at first that like, oh, what do you mean, you want to send me away? And it's just like, oh, you're the only person I can trust to lead. And he goes, fine, then I'm gonna make sure that this country is done in like as fast as possible. And he's like, well, I think that's hard to believe, but if there was anyone who could probably do it, it's probably you. Like, Diablo's the biggest simp for Rimuru, so is Shion, so I love it. It's all goodness, it's all good, it's all Gucci. This episode is really good. It has some funny moments, don't get me wrong. I enjoy the funny moments of that time I grew reincarnated as a slime, but I think what's gonna hurt the second half of the season is they're really trying to bank on like the latter half of this to like keep people interested, but I think they're going way too slow. I would rather have a short second half season that was fucking well paced and done correctly and not overly stretched than to have you know, of course, you know, an overly stretched, it feels like plot heavy episode every day that reiterates the same information, or, you know, reiterates new information that could have been reiterated in the last. It's just back and forth, and I just want to see some good stuff already. Ah, man. But other than that, guys, yeah, this episode was decent. Last week's and this week's episode were not bad episodes. They're C+ episodes. Again, like this, with this this council meeting, it's getting so dragged on. They have to make a joke about it in order for me to like, for it to sit well in my mouth. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching this. You know, these past 2 episodes of Reincarnated Slime, they're not bad. They're good. They're just very heavy information, and I think we need to see that put into practice. And hopefully next week's episode we can start seeing these chess moves, because now Clayman's already made his move, and Rimuru has to decide, like, I can't wait around no more. I have to be making these moves too, or else I'm gonna fall behind. But that's gonna be it for your boy. It is I, Papi Wolf, saying goodbye, so long, adios, and farewell. Mwah.